Welcome everyone to Studio Q. It's great to have you here. Vanessa Pearson and all her pals are here today. And they forked over a great deal of cash for the Q104 Children's Trust Fund, and we really appreciate that from them to be here today. We also want to thank Chef Richard and his crew from Chef Live, who fed us so well today. Thank you. Molson Canadian, Devon, and the Molson Ambassadors, thank you very much for being here and making this possible. Sony Music Canada, of course, Daniel Robichaud, God bless him. And Our Lady Peace, and we welcome from Our Lady Peace singer Raine Maida and guitarist Steve Mazur.
All right, Jesse.
Welcome, guys. On the current tour, and tonight at the Kennard Centre as well in Halifax, the whole first set is the Clumsy album, and in its entirety,
Yes.
front to back. Yep. Now, you know you're a veteran band when you play one of your classic albums in its entirety as part of your set. But Clumsy is such a strong Canadian classic. It's definitely a fan favorite. Is it as much a favorite for the band?
I think so. I mean, we kind of we had a bunch of different ideas, and we decided to do the album thing. You know, we ended up picking Spiritual Machines and Clumsy. So 2 nights in every city of Halifax. We couldn't get the venue for 2 nights, so we're only doing Clumsy. But we kind of put it up to the fans, because we were talking about Naveed maybe being one of the records, because I felt like as a band, we really wanted to play that record.
Wow, a hush came over the room.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to end up just throwing it up on our websites and let the fans decide, and that's what they picked. So,
was the album rejuvenated for you guys, Steve, when you started playing the depthier tracks that you hadn't played in a while?
Songs we've never played.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, kind of like I mean, I wasn't in the band
Yes,
at that
of
time,
course,
but
yeah.
it's kind of fun to dig into there and kind of see where the band was at.
Right.
And you know, every album is kind of a snapshot of time, and so it's kind of neat to sort of relive those moments.
Mm-hmm. Clumsy was produced by Arnold Lanny. Now, he produced all your records up till Spiritual Machines in 2000. Our audience may have first known Arnold as a founding member of the 80s bands Sheriff and Frozen Ghost, but he later became much better known as a producer of great talents like Finger 11 and Simple Plan. But the following year, after Spiritual Machines, 2001, Arnold and guitarist Mike Turner were out of the OLP picture, and Bob Rock entered as producer. Now, Bob, for those who don't know, has come out of the Payolas and Rock and Hyde group as a player, but he too had become much better known as a producer of everything from Metallica's more recent records to Aerosmith, Motley Crue, even the Hockey Night in Canada theme, the new Hockey Night in Canada theme, produced by Bob Rock. Steve, tell us about the importance of the producer in recording an Our Lady Peace album.
Well, you know, a producer is kind of like it's hard when you're in the band. It's hard sometimes to retain a sense of objectivity. So it's definitely can be important to have that outside opinion who's not as attached to the music. But luckily, like our new record, Burn Burn, we did by ourselves, and we're lucky that we got to work with people like Bob and Arnold, and Brendan O'Brien mixed one of our records. And if you're not completely stupid, I don't want to call us smart, but you try to watch those people and learn things that you can from them. So we learned a lot of great stuff from all those guys that then we thought we were able to try to do it ourselves, like we did on our new record.
Mm-hmm. And Raine, what for you was the difference between working with Arnold and working with Bob? And what did you learn that turned you into, that made you confident enough to take on the chore of producing Our Lady Peace's most recent album?
I don't think it's something you naturally know when it's happening. It's just through osmosis through the years, you know, making records. Both talented guys. Bob, I really love Bob's ability to capture sounds and capture a moment. You know, Bob was very good at that. It's if there was something we heard in our heads, we just verbalized it to him, and in 10 minutes he could get that sound for us. So that, you know, that's kind of like a painting. It's like you want a color, but you don't know how to get it, and he was able to put that color up on the wall for us. So that was fun. And I think, you know, we took different things from both of them. But I think ultimately we got to a place where we needed to really get back to kind of the way we made Naveed, because Naveed was done. It was pretty much done before we went into the studio. Most of those songs were already demoed up and kind of visualized, and really what happened at that point was just 4 guys trusting their instincts in a crappy, you know, really dingy kind of rehearsal space in Mississauga outside of Toronto. This is before we even had a record deal. So we wanted to get back to just 4 guys trusting their instincts without any inside influence. And I think we did a pretty good job of it. It's pretty exciting.
Back in 2003. Oh, you know, we have a request from Vanessa Pearson in the audience here, who was the one who organized the group, who purchased the right to come and take this in today. But I think we'll hold off on that for a bit, do you think, and make her happy a little later. But let's go back to...
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Hey, wait a second.
I don't like
this is...
I don't like where this is going.
Vanessa does like where this is going, just FYI. Yeah.
Confused about the transaction taking place.
Paid for something. I just not.
Ah, that segues so well into the song from the Gravity album that you're going to play for us. We're all innocent, aren't we?
Yes.
Our Lady Peace, Studio Q.
3, 4. Oh, Johnny wishes he was famous. Spends the time alone in the basement with the Lennon and Cobain and a guitar and a stereo. Well, he wishes he could escape this. It all seems so contagious, not to be yourself and faceless in a song that has no soul. And I remember feeling low, and I remember losing hope, and I remember all the feelings and the day they start. We are all innocent. We are all innocent. We are all innocent. We are all innocent. We are. Oh, she's not losing faith in what she knows. Hates her music, hates all of her clothes. Thinks of surgery and a new nose. Every calorie is a wall. What she wishes she was a dancer. She never heard of cancer. Wishes God would give her some answers and make her feel beautiful. But I remember feeling low, and I remember losing hope, and I remember all the feelings and the day they start. We are all innocent. We are all innocent. We are all innocent. We are all innocent. We are. One day, gonna have to let it go. You have to let it go. And there's one day, you're gonna stand up on your own. You stand up on your own. And I remember feeling low. Remember losing hope. Remember all the feelings and the day they start. We are all innocent. We are all innocent. We are. All innocent. We are all innocent. We are. And there's one day, gonna have to let it go. You'll have to let it go. And there's one day, gonna stand up on your own. Stand up on your own. Stand up on your own.